The name of the book is Tap Dancing to Work.
Tap dancing to work, which is how Warren has always described how he approaches his job at Berkshire. And it's just perfect kind of to describe his attitude toward life, too. So I like the name.
But tap dancing to work, Warren, how can other people tap dance to work? What's the secret of that?
You find your passion. You find your passion. I was very, very lucky to find it, when I was 7 or 8 years old, and fortunately my children have found their passion. One son loves farming like nothing else, one son loves music like everything else, and all three of them love philanthropy and what they get to do. You're lucky in life when you find it, and you can't guarantee you're going to find it in your first job out, but I always tell college students that come out, I say, take the job that you would take if you were independently wealthy. You're going to do well at it. The question is large caps versus small caps. I don't know the answer to that. We don't think, we don't care whether companies large cap, giant cap, middle cap, small cap, micro cap. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, the only question to us is, can we understand the business? Do we like the people running it? And does it sell for a price that is attractive? The wonderful business, you can figure out what will happen. You can't figure out when it will happen. You don't want to focus too much on when. You want to focus on what. If you're right about what, you don't have to worry about when very much.
When you look at the future, there's also the argument made that this is something that goes with your philosophy today. Get out of cash and get into assets, because we don't know what's going to happen to the dollar.
Well, cash is always a bad investment. When people said cash is king a year ago, that's crazy. Cash wasn't producing anything, and it was sure to go down in value over time. And then you always want to be sure you have enough. It's like oxygen. You want to be sure it's around, but you don't need to have excessive amounts of it around. And no, I'd much rather own a good business than have cash.
And it is a hedge against the dollar?
Well, you can say all assets are a hedge against the dollar. But all you know is that the dollar is going to be worth less 10, 20, 30 years from now. I say worth less, not worthless. Right. You want to watch that. But it will be, and that's true of almost every currency that I can think of. The question is how much it depreciates in value. But so I would like to be lucky again, and if I'm lucky, then the way to do it is to play out that game and do something you enjoy, all your life, and be associated with people you like. I only work with people I like. I don't. If I could make $100 million by buying a business with some guy that caused my stomach to churn, I'd say no, because I say that's just like marrying for money, which probably isn't a very good idea in any circumstances. But if you're already rich, it's crazy, right? I am not going to marry for money.
If you were going to start a business today, what kind of company or what industry would you look to get into?
I do the same thing.
Can everyone do what you do, though? Do you think that?
I'm cut out for managing money. It doesn't mean, different people have different kinds of minds. I play bridge with people who can remember the hand they played 30 years ago, and watch a basketball game at the same time. But so there's all kinds of different smarts that people have, and I've been fortunate enough that I might have been in something that pays off big, and I could be, very good at something else that just as much utility to society, but it doesn't fit the market system as well.